Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. So I am just chilling today. This is just a life update. I've had a full-on week. I have just had such a full-on week. I had 2 appointments for my son and 2 appointments for my daughter, and we got through them all. And then I was helping my parents with something, organizing stuff for them through my aged care. And yeah, I'm just mentally tapped out. I'm mentally exhausted, and I still have to fill out some paperwork, and I just haven't had a minute, so I'll be doing that over the weekend. And I'm applying for the NDIS for myself because I have been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and I live with chronic pain. So even on days like today, I've had a good day. I looked pretty well, and people said, "Oh, you look good," because some days I look terrible, because if you're in pain, some days it's like you're just dragging yourself around and you feel pretty woeful and you look it too. But I felt good today, and I said, "Yeah, well," I said, "I feel good today. I've done a lot today." Um, so basically I live with chronic pain, and I'm applying for the NDIS for psychology and for physiotherapy, and I'm hoping to get the NDIS for that. So that will allow me to have a better quality of life. I am studying a teaching degree, and I want to be able to go out and work at some point, once I get my degree. But I'm scared and stressed about what that's going to look like with fibromyalgia, and I'm on this mission to get it in remission and get it under control, and I am slowly getting there. I did have hyperplasia last year, which stirred it up. That was good because it allowed me to get diagnosed, because before that I used to just put up with it, and I got tested for everything and nothing was coming back. And so, you just kind of chalk it up and get on with it and not worry about it. So it was good. Having hyperplasia was a good thing in the end, even though it set me back and caused me a lot of misery. It was good because I was able to get diagnosed with fibro. Because my fibro stirred up really badly when I had that. And so now that's all resolved. That's all fine. But, my fibro, like my muscle stiffness, the aching, range of movement, things like that, that's what I find fibro, how that presents in me. And I have been on NDIS now, I think, for 12 months or more, and I found that a lot of the inflammation has gone down a lot. I feel like that has helped a lot. Sometimes I get neuropathy. Sometimes I will get random pains shooting through my feet or my hands. Not very often, but on occasion, when it happens, it can be quite painful. Like I had some pains shoot through my foot the other week, probably because I've been wearing shoes with a bit of a heel on them, trying to train my arches and trying to get back into wearing something other than flat shoes or sneakers. And yeah, I had pain shooting through my feet, and I had to shake my foot because it just, it was painful, and I was like, this hurts. And it's frustrating, very frustrating, but at least it doesn't happen very often. So basically I'm at a point now where I am feeling a lot better, I am getting better, but I'm still struggling a lot with fatigue. I do have a lot of weight on. I've got I'm 40 kilos overweight, so I feel like if I lost that weight, probably some of that fatigue would go. Because I remember years ago, after I had my first child, I got up to 92 kilos, and I remember just heaving for breath and huffing and puffing, and it was such an effort to get around and do things. So I feel like if I lose some weight, obviously that's going to improve things. But as a general rule, I feel tired every day. That's part of having fibro. So it's hard and it's frustrating. But basically, I've got an appointment to see an endocrinologist. And unfortunately, that was supposed to be like next week. And they texted me, and they've moved it. So it's like in the end of October now the appointment's going to be. So it's a bit frustrating, but whatever. I'll just take the appointment when I can get the appointment, because I was going to go see a local one, but it's a 7-month wait. And I'm like, I cannot wait that long. Like, it's so unfair to say to somebody, we think you've got this or you've got this, and you've got to wait 7 months for this diagnosis and 7 months for that diagnosis and 6 months for this diagnosis. And it's like, I'm going to be 50 before I'm well. Like, that's not good enough. So I already went through all of that, waiting like 6 to 8 months for the rheumatologist. And then he made me wait another 3 months before he gave me NDIS. So it was almost 12 months before I got anywhere. And it's like that, like, that's a waste of my life, you know? Like, you can't get that time back. So I found an endocrinologist over telehealth who I can see a lot quicker. So that's good. And I'm going to go see a functional doctor at some point. So there's one for $400 or another one for $750. The one that is $750 is more experienced and he's booked out till January. So whereas the female doctor, she's not quite as experienced, but she's got a lot of the like same practices and stuff, and she's $400. She's only booked out like till November or October or something. So, you know, I will at some point see one of them. That's through telehealth as well, so that's good. And I have to get a referral for the allergy and immunologist for the Melbourne Hospital to rule out MCAS because I have a lot of histamine issues. And even if I don't have MCAS and I just have histamine issues, they might be able to do some type of immunotherapy to help my allergies, or give me, you know, order a skin prick test or something. Like, my allergies have been out of control, and I wish I had had the foresight and the know-how to deal with this like a decade ago when it first started getting out of control. But I remember going to the doctors a decade ago and saying, my allergies are out of control. Since I've had my tonsils out, my allergies have just gone haywire. And they was just didn't do anything. They're just like, oh, well, you know, this is a bad area for allergies. Oh, okay, thank you. Like, that doesn't even, you know, that's where I was living at the time. And that was their response, you know, they just didn't do anything. It's like, so often I go to the GP and they just don't do anything. Like I said to the GP 6 months ago, you know, the Nexium's just not cutting it for me. It's not working. And he's like, oh, it should work. I'm like, yeah, but it's not working. And he just stared at me and just didn't do anything, you know. Anyway, so now I'm on NIZAC as well. And that's why I'm wondering if I've got MCAS, because since I've been on Fexo 180 and NIZAC daily, a lot of my symptoms have gone away. And plus I'm also on the NDIS as well. That's controlling a lot of my stomach symptoms. But yeah, it's very frustrating, but I feel like I'm finally getting on to the right path, because I feel like I'm finally getting on the right path for my health, because I've been seeing GPs and gastroenterologists and they just haven't been able to help me. So I feel like going to see like a functional doctor or endocrinologist or allergy specialist, I feel like that's, you know, that's going to be on the right path. And so I'm positive and I'm happy about that. And yeah, just basically that's where I'm at with my health, and I'm just soldiering on, doing all the things I need to do. I've enrolled in a teaching degree. Ben's doing a teaching degree. We're both doing primary school teaching degrees, and we're really keen and excited for that. And it gives me structure again. It gives me hope for the future. You know, I want to be able to go out and work and teach and be healthy. And I mean, I may never be as healthy as other people. I may not always have as many spoons as other people, but surely through the right help and the right support, I can have a better quality of life. And I'm hoping with the NDIS, you know, to get regular physio, and that will keep me in less pain, and keep me able up and moving more, you know, rather than becoming a cripple. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm working on it. So that's my health update. Thanks for watching, and I will report back when I have more to talk about. And like I always say, advocate for yourself. If you are struggling and you're not happy, get a second or third or fourth opinion. Never give up. You deserve answers and a diagnosis and a treatment plan. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.